All right, so I would like to invite you and Pastor Mildred up for the question and answer. Let's jam our hands together one more time. Okay, so we have over 30 questions. Wow, amazing. We definitely don't have time for all those questions, so let's go ahead to vote on the questions we'd like to have answered by Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Mildred. And you can vote by clicking on the thumbs up sign right next to each question. All right, let those votes come in. Amen. Thank you again, sir and Ma.
Thank you.
So I will start with the first question. It says, how will I know I'm ready for marriage as a man?
All right. Again, there's a whole book out there, When Am I Ready? But I'll say this. It starts with a few things I've said. How much have you known God? I don't know if it's common here, out here in the US, but back in Nigeria, I know a lot of men struggle with being financially capable. And even though you need to, of course, be earning money, but your life is not measured by how much you have today. So this is why you need to have related with God, gotten a picture of your future, know where you're going in life. When I met and married my wife, I did not have money, in quote. But I knew where I was going. So that gave me confidence to approach. So many guys are thinking they are not ready. They want to wait till they get money, but they are delaying. I met a guy in the UK when I was preaching. He said he has seen a lady he likes, but his life is not yet put together. That's why he can't approach her. I said, that's exactly why you should approach her. Because a woman's job is to put your life together. She can put your life together. All right? So start. Make sure you have a purpose. Make sure you have something to do, something you are doing. You might not be making a lot of money, but at least you have a drive, you have ambition. You are headed somewhere. You are qualified. All right? If you marry the right kind of woman, she will even help to narrow and clarify and smoothen your vision and help you become all you can be. So, yes, it's part of it. You want to add to that?
Yeah, I think that you should also make up your mind when you now think that you're ready to do the work that it entails. Because some people want to get married, but they don't want to be husbands. So it's not just going to be one-sided. So you should also make up your mind to say, whatever it takes to do the best in marriage, I want to do that as well.
Wow, thank you, Ma. Thank you, sir. Can we give them a round of applause? All right, thank you. So this next question says, how do I get past a negative marital image from my parents' marriage?
What you mean by that is, how do you move past seeing a bad marriage? Your parents' marriage was bad. The same way, you have to now look for believable references. So I'll give you an example from the Bible. Mary was going to have Jesus, a miracle child. Her mom didn't have a miracle child. Her grandmother didn't have a miracle child. So they had to send her to her auntie, who was carrying a miracle pregnancy as well, so that she could have a believable reference. So if your parents' marriage was bad, can you look around you to see healthy marriages that you can begin to look into and begin to put that in front of you? I think that's that's a healthy place to start. And then you may need to get some counsel as well. Maybe talk to a trained therapist or talk to your pastors. They can help you overcome some of that trauma, help you to deal with how it has affected you. We need to unpack some of that. But I think having healthier, believable references around you would help you.
Yeah, and try not to be obsessed with the kind of marriage you don't want to have. All right? Try and focus on the kind of marriage you want to have. Because your mind is such a funny piece of equipment and powerful equipment. If you keep saying, I don't want to have a bad marriage, I don't want to have a bad marriage, what is getting impressed in your mind is bad marriage. That's the main subject. So try to say, I want to have a good marriage. So it's important you retrain your mind sometimes with your words, all right? So this is why they always ask us to do affirmations. It's in line with scripture, that you have what you say, things like that. So keep saying what you want, not what you don't want. So keep saying, I'm going to have a great marriage. I'll have a kingdom marriage. God will bless me with a good husband. My own case is different. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. All right.
Thank you, sir and Ma. Okay, so the next question says, do you have to share 100% of your past, both the good and the bad, with your potential partner before getting married?
Well, it's a tricky one. I don't think you have to share 100% immediately. I think you guys should let him or her earn whatever level you get to per time. So not that you meet somebody day one and you say, I've killed 13 people. No. Sometimes you might not have the enough emotional connection to carry the weight of the news you're about to share. All right. So it depends on also what the thing is. Yeah. If it's something like a medical condition, for instance, that's not your fault. It's just something that is. So let it grow with time. All right. But don't aim to deceive. Don't aim to cover up. That's not what this is about. It's about letting the person earn whatever level you get to as they grow. So not just the person says hello today, and you now tell them all your secret, then they run away, then you tell another person all your secret, then they run away. So before you know it, it's no more even a secret.
All right, thank you, sir. The next question says, is there a thing as praying to God for a man to approach me? I want to get to know me because I like him, but I'm scared and I don't know how to approach him.
Yes, that can she pray for a man to approach her? A man she likes already.
Yes, sir.
To like her back and to approach her and blah, blah, blah.
People don't want them to invite me back next year. I'm not going to answer that question. You answer it.
All right. It's also a common challenge. So I won't advise you to do that because, again, what if this guy is not the one for you? As a woman in particular, you need to know how your mind works. Your mind is strong. Once you are locked into one guy, you will just not be seeing the other guys. And they could be great guys. And sometimes you're also giving off the energy you are not emotionally available. So you are single, but in the realm of the spirit and emotions, you are engaged to somebody that is not aware. So you are not available for other people. So be careful about letting your mind lock in. Now, there are times when genuinely a woman might perceive something is going to happen between him and the guy, or God will actually even tell that woman. But just like in Pastor Mildred's case, she didn't come to start making it happen by herself. She didn't even do anything about it. It was just she and God discussed. She went to rest, and God also told me, and I began to move. So even if you feel it's God telling you, or it's just your emotions, it's always proper for a guy to want you, especially for a lady. That's the proper thing, because exposing yourself out to say, oh, I love you, I want you, then the guy will start seeing you as a stalker, start seeing you as somebody to avoid, And sometimes some men are not mature enough to know what to do with a woman that wants them. Because he never was ready. You are the one that brought yourself. So he doesn't know what to do with you. So sometimes he might take advantage of you and things like that. And it's usually just messy. So my advice, please pray about it. If it's God, God will tell the person. But I don't even advise you to be so obsessed or thoughtful, of somebody. It's going to block your chances of meeting other people because you're not available.
Okay, I think that I'm still stuck on the end part of that question. Maybe that's why I didn't even answer it, because the end part of that question says that because she doesn't have the guts to approach him, right? And that's what I'm worried about. Why do you even want to approach him? It's a secular concept that is somehow creeping into the church and putting women under pressure. A man who is not man enough to come after you should not be the kind of man you should want to be with. And I don't think we should I don't honestly even think you should make it easy for him. Don't make it hard for him, but don't make it easy for him. Don't laugh even when the joke is not funny. Don't bat your eyes like it's about, you're overdoing it. Like, relax. If he likes you, let him come to you. Men are created to chase after what they want. That's why you will find men who seem like they don't even talk. And after a while, they'll just bring up pictures, put it on social media, and say, let me not say what I wanted to say. I was about to say as it pleases the Lord, but, just say. And you'll be surprised that, so they have it in them to chase a beautiful woman. It's because it's what they want. So you that you have prayed, you have fasted, you have sown seed, you have done everything, you have walked past him a million times. Every time you drop something and pick when nothing is on the floor, just so he will have a good look at you. We're doing the things that's not God's way. He that finds a wife, not she that finds a husband. And I know that there's this whole narrative of Ruth. If you read that story very well, that's not what happened. And I don't even have the energy to go into it today. But that's not what happened. She did not go after Boaz. Boaz had already dropped hints. He had already done the chasing without chasing. So when she got home, Naomi now told her, you're not a sharp girl. Oh. I want to now show you what to do to let him know that you are available. Because this guy is next in line to marry you. So it was a cultural thing. So we have all of that narrative in church. Make yourself available. Make it easy for the guy. Chase the guy. So the only reason why she's not going after this guy is because she doesn't have the guts. So she wants to now resort to praying for him to come to her. And is manipulation. So it's like witchcraft. So you are hounding one guy. You say, this is the guy. I must marry him. Whether or not I am good for his destiny.
Whether or not he
wants me. Whether or not it's what God wants.
Yes.
So all those things we're sugarcoating it in church, but it is witchcraft. Simple. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, so for you to be loved, the two of you must want each other. It can't be you praying that he should want you. God does not override our will. All right? The man too must want you. Very important.
And please, ladies, stop chasing men.
Yes, stop chasing. Chase the Lord.
Stop chasing men. It's becoming too much.
The only man you chase is Jesus Christ.
Because, marriage is not all there is to life. So what if you don't get married? So what if? You must set yourself free. I know a lot of people don't like me for saying that, but that's the truth. Not everyone. Matthew 19 is clear. Jesus said, not everyone will get married. He says some they will never ask. Some will not be accepted. But just settle it. If you get the chance to get married, fantastic. Take the blessing and grow into the maturity of doing it. But if you don't, it does not diminish your life in any way. Enjoy your life, live your life to the fullest, love God, serve him, and make it to heaven.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Ma. That was amazing. All right, next question says, how do you heal from a broken relationship you never had closure from?
How do you heal from a broken relationship?
From a broken relationship you never had closure from.
Okay, there's nothing like closure. You are the one that will give yourself closure. So that's how closure works. You close the door. Yes. A lot of times, some people are stuck on waiting for the other person to give them closure. You need to understand that breakup has a lot of dynamics. Sometimes the reason why you think the marriage didn't work is not the reason why it didn't work. When you're asking someone, why did you break up with me and all that, sometimes they're not telling you the real reason. Yeah, say it was me, it's not you. My parents did not agree. That might not be the real reason. So, in sincerity, closure between you and God. Understand that for it to be love, for it to be marriage, we must both want each other. Those of you that follow us on YouTube, I and Pastor Mildred did a video on the 10 things we agreed on before we got married. One of it, the agreement we had when we were still in a relationship, was that if at any point you feel this relationship should not lead to marriage, or you feel I'm not the one for you, tell me and we'll end it. That was one of the agreements we had. Now, even if it's on the wedding day, before we get married, if we both, for any reason, or one of us feel this is not it, we'll end it without animosity, without anger. You see, you must come into marriage with that kind of healthy self-esteem. Many people enter marriage as if you don't marry me, you've taken my breath away. I will die. I'm useless without you. No, you're not entering the right way. You are important. You are valuable. You should bring value. And if somebody doesn't want you, then it's okay. There will be somebody that will want you. It doesn't reduce who you are. So we had that agreement. So nobody was under pressure that we must marry. If you don't marry, I will die. If you don't marry, I will die. No. We're both okay with it. So I think you need to get to that stage where you understand that there is no one particular person I must marry. There's a kind of person I like, yes, but there's not one particular. So if this John doesn't marry me, I'm finished. No. Trust me, God has many, 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 many good options for you. So if one doesn't work, close this door. Give yourself closure, you and God, and open another door for you and God also to bring somebody else into your life. But the book, Heal Before You Deal, will give you more deals.
Okay, so I'll just quickly add this. Simple steps. I'm assuming, I could be wrong, I'm assuming it's a lady that asked that question. If it's a lady, first thing first, cry, but not in front of him. Because you need to ease the pain, right? There's some pain in your heart. And if crying is the way to do it, fine. Cry if you need to. Second thing is you need to probably journal, right? Write down the things that you think went wrong in that relationship. Second thing, write the things that you learned in that relationship. Because I don't think that there's any wasted relationship. Some will teach you what not to do. Some will teach you what to do. So I think you need to sit down and ask yourself, what did I learn from this relationship? What could I have done better? You know, I think that every time you do end up in a bad situation, there must be lessons that you can learn that can make you better. So you should also do that. The book Heal Before You Deal actually has steps. And it talks about closure. I think closure is the last chapter where we talk about how you get closure. Because you can't really go around asking. Some of them don't even, some breakups are so bad that they turn enemies. They don't want to have a conversation with you. So you're not going to pick up the phone and say, I know you're getting married or you've moved on with your life, but please could you tell me why you broke up? If the guy had a gun, he'd probably shoot you. So you may, like Pastor K said, need to get closure by yourself. And so for me, what's most important is, what could I have done differently? Is the question you need to ask yourself. And then, like I said, if you need to cry, cry because you're a human being, right? Cry, but you must move on. Other friendships too would help you at the time. Other relationships. Because especially if you've been in a relationship that you've been isolated from everyone else, you may need to now start to reconnect, and other healthy relationships will help you. Have fun, live again, live again. And there's no point crying over spilled milk, but cry the cry that you can cry for as long as you can cry it, and then move on. Because move on you must.
Thank you, Ma. Okay, this next question says, how should courtship actually be conducted? Because being a girlfriend isn't a part of God's plan for my life.
That's my girl. That is my girl.
Yeah. I'm also of this school of thought. I totally believe in that. I believe people underestimate and underrate friendship, being friends. It's so underrated. People just say, oh, in fact, they even use friend zoning to mean something negative, But friendship is the real deal. That is what is going to transcend all the stages. Is that friendship? So don't fast track that. Be friends till both of you can tell that, oh, you are the kind of person I want to spend my life with. And you are the kind of person I want to start my life with. And then you know that whatever you are starting is starting on the premise of us looking forward. Not just that we just want to date. We want to just be boyfriend, girlfriend. I hate all those undefined, uncommitted relationships. Like I said, if somebody says, I want to date you, and they date you for 7 years. I had a friend that dated somebody for 10 years and still didn't marry the person. And he now dated on that one for under 10 years. And still, yes, he had 2 tenors of his government. 10 years each, 2 ladies, and he didn't marry any of them. So that's what I'm saying, uncommitted. I want to date you. He didn't lie. He dated them very well. So I totally am this school of thought. Wait till you see somebody on the same wavelength. Be friends enough. That's the best time to study and research them. Know who they are. Know how they behave. Know how they react to frustration, to anger. Know what their passion is. Know what drives them. Don't cloud it with love, relationship, exclusivity too early. Just be friends. Let's go. We can go on a date. Doesn't mean we are dating. Doesn't mean we are exclusive. Let's go and watch a movie. I'll see how you react. I'll see how are you kind? Are you friendly? Are you generous? Those are the days I know. All right? So from there, yes, you can start a proper courtship that is clearly leading to marriage. Very important. Courtship that is leading to marriage. Yes.
Do you have anything to add?
No, so I think he said it really. It's just really 3 steps for Christians. Friendship, courtship, marriage. So the friendship part is the part where we are friends. We get to know each other. And people fast forward that one to mean courtship.
Yeah.
But friendship should be that we're just getting to know. It's in friendship that you get to know the person.
Yes.
By the time you get into courtship, that you're saying we want to get married, right? We've moved from just being friends. Now I want to marry you. So I want to be exclusive. And I want us in that season of courtship, we're now going through, we're seeing a counselor.
Yes,
right?
our church is
we're preparing
aware.
for marriage. Our church is
Different
aware.
things. Yeah, it's a committed thing.
Yes, so families are now aware. It's courtship. It's no longer that we're friends. Do you understand? So we now move into that point where it's the practicing marriage without the sex. Really, that's what courtship itself is. So you are getting ready for marriage. You guys are now planning together. You're having conversations about parenting styles. How many children do you want to have? What are your plans for 5 years? Because this is where I'm going as well. How do we merge these dreams to make sure this is where we're going and we're going to get there together? So you're making all those plans. You have a date in mind. For it to be courtship, there has to be a date. So we're saying 1 year. There has to be a tentative, 1 year, 2 years,
some
max.
plan, yes.
So I think anything less than 6 months, it's a bit too short. Anything more than 2 years is too long. Because you see, at that stage, because you guys are now exclusive, the sexual temptation or sexual tension is heightened. If it's 2 years, you can tell each other, don't worry, we just have another 1 year, 9 months. We got this. We can hold on. Another 1 year, 6 months. We can hold on. Another 1 year. Honey, we're almost there. 3 months. Don't worry. Just, as opposed to just dating indefinitely. So everything in that 2 years or in that less than 2 years, you have to make sure everything is wrapped up in there. You're saving towards an apartment together. You're saving. You're just making sure. But usually, courtship is not a good time for you to just try to figure out whether this is the person or not.
Yeah,
that's not what courtship is for. Having said that, though, you can still end the relationship in courtship. The only time you can't say, I'm out anymore, is once you have said your adieus and they are pronounced you man and wife. You can walk away right up till the time you take your vows. It's still fine.
Oh, thank you, Ma. Thank you, sir. Can we give them a round of applause again? It's friendship, courtship, marriage, all right? Okay. The next question says, what should I do if I suspect the guy I'm interested in is hiding his true sexuality and might be gay?
The guy, you're suspecting the guy you are interested in. This guy is not interested in you.
Is he interested?
So keep your suspicion
read it again
now.
if you can.
What should I do if I suspect the guy I'm interested in is hiding his true sexuality and might be gay? Okay,
maybe by interested in, maybe the guy is also interested in her.
She didn't say that. She said she's interested.
But if it's only you interested, then go and rest.
I'm fighting it in the body of Christ. These girls that are interested, save your interest and do other things with yourself. Marriage can be, we're so, the way the world is so sexualized is the way we are so, for lack of a better word, maritualized. I don't know the word. We're maritalized or something. In church, it's almost as if you don't marry. So girls are not thinking of anything else. We're not thinking about how to save souls. We're not thinking about how to make money. We're not thinking about how to make our dreams come true. There's a guy. Oh, did you see how he looked at you? Did you see how and the guys are thinking about how to take over the world. So there's a guy she's interested in. The guy is not interested in her. If he's gay, they leave him. Even if he's not gay, what's your business? He's not interested in you. Leave him alone. Keep your suspicion somewhere else.
Yeah, but if he's interested in you and you suspect he's gay, there's no way you can officially know right now. What you could do, yes.
Inside the marriage.
There's no way you can know. There are a lot of people that have married people and the people are bisexual or whatever, or are proper homosexuals, and it's after 2 children that they in marriage that they know. So what you can do, number 1, be observant. Number 2, be prayerful. In times like this, you can actually ask God to reveal things to you before you commit. All right. Then of course counsel will also help. But really, if somebody really wants to hide something from you, so you be sensitive in your spirit. Really, if God is giving you a check in your spirit, then that's something you should take seriously. But really, you're not going to know everything about everybody except God reveals it to you. Except you are FBI, or something. If
Also,
not,
yeah, I'll say also ask guys in your life. Guys usually know.
yes, guys too can know.
Guys usually know if a guy is gay.
You know,
Because sometimes I'm even with some guys, and then there's a guy, they don't say this guy is gay. I say, how do you know? They say, he's gay, bro, look at him. I say, I'm not even, I'm not seeing anything. So sometimes women can be oblivious. We may feel like, oh, the guy is a bit effeminate. They can tell you the ones that are effeminate and the ones that there's something. I don't know, most guys do. Guys, am I right or not? You can't tell. The guys around me, they are suspicious, so that's okay.
Nobody that can tell.
Oh, Pascal, you know that there are some guys that can tell.
Yeah, some guys can.
There's a particular guy, and I know he can tell.
Yeah.
He has a genometer. He just tell me that one. I say, They say, look at him. And I will look, I won't see anything. And truly, later on, it will be revealed. So maybe there are some guys that, maybe she can ask.
Ask God, really.
Ask God, well. But just mind your business. He's not interested in you. That's what I think.
Thank you, Sanma. Okay, so we have this final question. Am I wrong for wanting a man who is financially stable? Some people may think it's materialistic, but I don't want to enter the marriage and suffer.
Okay. I don't think it's wrong to want a guy who is financially stable. But I think it's wrong for you to expect someone to be what you are not. So you expect him to be financially stable. Are you financially stable? Or are you looking for someone's child that you want to come and kill with debt? So I really believe that it's your choice, your prerogative. You can want that, but I hope that you're just as hardworking and as financially stable.
Yes. Are you trying to, are you looking for a sponsor? Are you trying to hang or live off him? Are you building your own life? So my question would be, why do you want that? Is it that you're also dealing with things from your own past? You're afraid of suffering? Are you broke? Are you poor? So financial stable should not be the only thing that should be important, all right? You should look at other factors. So if you are picking this as so important, then we need to know why. It might be a sign of something else going on in your life. But you to be hardworking, be stable. Sometimes, the reason why this is important is that sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, the guy might be on his way. I wasn't, in quote, what you call financially stable. I wasn't financially stable when I met my wife. So you won't have, if I love the billionaires today, when they started life, they were not financially stable. So when you walk with that kind of carnality, you will miss God 99% of the time. David was not financially stable, he was a shepherd boy. You will miss God. So your concern should be the real qualities. Is he godly? Is he a Christian? Does he have ambition? Does he have drive? Does he have vision? Does he have passion? How is he working with the Lord so far? Then you too, the energy you used to believe God financially, use that to believe God to bless you financially too. If you are doing well, this won't be such a problem because you have enough too for your own self. So this looks like fear to me, so that's my concern.
Thank you so much, sir and ma. Can we give them a round of applause? Woo! Let's stand up and celebrate them. Thank you so much, sir. All right, right now I'm going to invite